Okay, all right, we're live. There we go. Mm. I got my new camera actually working. Before there was a big problem. I would turn the webcam on and it would disable my entire soundboard because that's
Like,
logic.
it's computer logic, the worst kind.
V is having laptop issues. So we're waiting for her.
I was about to say she was the one that said something like 15 minutes ago, about to go live.
Yep. Hello, Remy. Thanks for joining in. We're waiting for my V to get here. And then I need accidental romances for tonight.
I switched just so it wouldn't be a tie. What would have happened if it would have stayed at 33% for all of them?
I don't know. I think me and B would have to do a tiebreaker. But an AMA is difficult when it's only a few people here. I think we should do like a Google survey for that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, my love, where are you?
What's her laptop problem? Did it decide to update right when she tried to get on? Or
Oh, I
something
don't
else?
know. Says my laptop is freaking out. Need to restart. Be right there. And there she is. Oh, hi.
Hello.
I don't know why that was like really loud. Okay, what? Hi.
Sorry. That was me grabbing my tiny profile, less good mic stand.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well,
Sorry that took me so long. It was like not restarting very well. Like once it restarted, it needed a bunch of shit.
oh, go figure. Okay. I think I'm set. Yeah. And testing the recording. Somebody else say anything.
Hello? Anything?
I was gonna say anything.
Anything.
Perfection. Now I can say that everything is recording properly. I got my fancy schmancy webcam working, so I wanted to make sure everything behind the scenes was working too.
Hell yeah.
All right. Do you need another minute to settle?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
think so.
Of course. All right. Our first ad break starts in a minute, so we will let that run through and then we will start tonight's episode. Oh, I always do that. Don't do that. I am so excited for next week. No live recording next week, by the way, people, if you did not know. I don't know what we're gonna do for an episode next week. What did we decide on?
We decided on nothing because we are at PAX West. Sorry. Hopefully those get recorded and we can release those at some point.
Did you ever do
Okay.
the Mass Effect trivia with Sam?
I did, yes. But the audio quality was really shitty. So I don't know if Tom's gonna release the video only or just like the audio only because we were trying to both use his mic and the moving back and forth made us just both sound bad. You got tickets to PAX? Oh my god, yay! Yay! My friend Logan's coming up too. He just told me about it today.
That's cool. I'm trying not to think about it so I don't freak out. Fine.
We'll be fine. It's all good. It's just you and me talking about our digital lovers. We do this every single week.
It's true. I could probably do it in my sleep. I meant to write notes this week, but it's just really hard. The last week of summer break. Kindergarten starts next week. It's not a full actual week though, but I'll figure out time to write some
We've already
notes.
been back
Luckily,
for 2 weeks.
I know I thought it was late because everyone I know's kids are already in school, but her first full day isn't until September 2nd.
Oh
And then
yeah.
next week, like smart start for kindergarten. So it's like she's only going for 2 days and it's like 3 hours per day.
I've never like school doesn't start here until the first week of September. It's after Labor Day.
That's how it was for me growing up too. But everyone else I know, their school always starts like mid to late August, which is
That's disgusting.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice to finish the semester before Christmas. It sucks in high school coming back from Christmas and then having 3 days and taking exams.
Mm.
Yeah, college was
Our
way better with that.
Yeah, I mean, our Christmas break was from Christmas all the way through New Year's. 2 weeks off for Christmas.
Well, that's how ours is, but we just take our exams before Christmas break. That's when our semester ends. When we used to go back in September, we'd come back and the semester would end in the middle of January.
Mm. Okay, all right. I think we're ready. Yeah? Okay. Let's go. Hmm. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Ship, the podcast where we analyze, rate, and review all that the world of video game romances has to offer. I'm Jennasis, the girl who has too many numbers running through her head right now.
What numbers are running through your head?
Like stupid stuff from work. I haven't been able to like fully decompress the work brain today. And so the numbers are not leaving.
Sorry, I just was like, oh yeah, I have to record. I swear I've been a podcaster for almost 3 years. Also because same, I can't decompress from mom mode right now. I took today off because my dad is here visiting. I'm Virvada, a girl who has a kid turning 5 tomorrow, and I had to bake dairy-free and soy-free cupcakes for her one friend who cannot have dairy or soy. And that was a experience. It actually turned out okay. It was just my piping skills have a lot to be desired, and I wanted them to look just as nice as the professional cupcakes I paid for, but they couldn't do dairy or soy free in this day and age. I don't know. That was annoying to me. Oh well. I tried my best. I hope they're good.
Well, that sounds, I mean, at least I like baking. Baking is fun.
I like
I
baking. It's the piping that made me lose my mind of the icing. Like I tried really hard. I think it's okay. It turned out okay. The sprinkles saved it. I'll post a picture if anyone cares.
get better splooting skills, babe. Your piping will get real good.
Oh, help me. Someone help me. Okay. Anyway, I guess that worked for this topic that's happening tonight, actually. Because I didn't mean to talk about that, but now I did.
All right. Laying down some groundwork for what tonight's episode is going to be all about. Tonight is make V blush as much as possible. That's my goal. But other than that, we have two of our amazing patrons here with us, Magister Davida and Apollo. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
Hey there.
Hello there.
Yay! And we are talking about accidental romances. That one finally pulled ahead in the lead on the voting. It was a pretty tight race there for quite a while. So make sure that if you are a patron for the girls at any level, you can vote in the topics and you can make make your vote count, America. Make your vote count. So go ahead and please vote every month on the topics that we get to talk about. Tonight, it was voted upon that we are talking accidental romances. The romances you didn't expect to happen, the ones you didn't actually want to happen, ones that you actually didn't know that a scene was going to happen right then and there. Any types of those situations where you just weren't expecting it. Anybody got one that they are ready to go on?
I mean, I'm ready. I know who I'm talking about.
Go for it.
So my accidental romance, it wasn't so much that the romance itself was an accident. It was that it was an accident that I wasn't paying attention to who this person was and romanced them, and then realized I shouldn't have. So when I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla and I met Ranvi, I was like, this girl seems pretty cool. I like her. She kind of reminds me of Cassandra from Odyssey, and I kind of liked her. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna romance her. Romanced her, did the whole thing, so on and so on. Then realized, wait a minute, it's my sister-in-law. Probably shouldn't have done that. So I broke up with her. She took it well, and my brother never found out, so it worked out in the end. But I wouldn't have romanced her had I realized that she was my sister-in-law. I'm not sure how I missed that, but I did.
Oh, yeah. So that's the game that I am currently playing right now. I am playing Valhalla, my sixth Baldur's Gate 3 run, and a Cyberpunk playthrough. And I'm bouncing back and forth between those three games. But in Valhalla, I also was like, dude, Ranvi, let's go. And then she was talking about Sigurd. And I was like, wait a minute, Sigurd's my brother. And you're married to my brother. No, we are not hooking up tonight. No, 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 no.
I just missed that
Yeah.
somehow. I wasn't paying attention.
It's messy to do that. I remember I haven't finished that game, but I remember, isn't there like some sort of cistern, or you're like in a water area and you went swimming or you went climbing or something, and it quickly turns from like I'm hanging with my sister-in-law to like there is just a definite shift in that scene, and you're like, oh wait, no, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, take it back. Let me backpedal really fast, because she clearly is like, oh, now I'm flirting.
Yep. It's one of those, I thought I left the Greeks behind me. I didn't want a Greek tragedy to come along with my Norse mythology.
Oh, yep. Um, I mean, at least it's not like Targaryen. It's your sister-in-law. It's not your sister, which would be way worse, or, a cousin, something along those lines. Um, so not the worst thing, but
Is Sigurd your brother, or is he like a half brother?
I think he's like an adopted brother, not even a blood brother. Um,
I
but
think you're swim
But
brothers.
still, you don't. I mean, still, you don't want to be doing that. I don't know how I didn't realize. I literally did not realize she was my sister-in-law until I'd slept with her a few times, and then I don't even. I think my girlfriend started playing the game, and she's like, and I asked her if she was going to romance her, and she's like, "No, that's my brother's wife." I was like, "What?" Like, oh, well, I guess I'll break it up, and I did. But she took it well, and he never found out, so it worked out.
As long as he never
amazing.
found out, right?
Uh, I heard that it's a better romance if you wait until she leaves until she leaves Sigurd, and then you hook up with her. And I heard that that was a better option. So yeah, all right. Randvi. Oh, and Valhalla is on the list for all you AC fans. We will be covering that one. I don't think it's on the list for 2024, though. I think it's on the list for 25.
I don't think it's on the list for 25 even. I need to go look at the schedule. I've planned out most of 25, and Veilguard's in there, girl. Okay. I had to move some things around for that.
Well, I mean, hey, that's what we did for BG3. As soon as that one came out, we decided to bump around the schedule a lot. Um, and we'll do that for Veilguard also, which we kind of did talk about once we knew that Veilguard was happening, or Dreadwolf at that point. We were like, as soon as it comes out, we'll give it a month in order for all the romance stuff to happen, and then we'll dive into it. Yeah. Okay. Magister, who did you accidentally fall into bed with?
You want to say, as part of the Veilguard conversation, came with that inter-party relationships going on. Super excited for that. But going to the previous game, Dragon Age Inquisition, I just did my back when I was playing it, I did my first run as a Kunari mage, female Kunari mage, because I literally wanted everyone to hate me. So while romancing Josephine, because I mean, mage, everyone hates you. Female who's fighting Kunari hates you. And Kunari, well, there you go. So my second run, I was like, okay, let's try um, going for Sarah. I was like, sure, let's try that. But for some reason, that time I was playing a Dalish elf as well. So I was like, okay, go for Sarah, even though I know that would be like a mountaintop because she does not like her elfie elves. For some reason, throughout the playthrough, I found myself winding up more and more hanging out with Solus. And before I knew it, I was in the glade with him. And I was like, oh no, wait. I didn't mean to do this. Why am I romancing that? So that was mine. Because I was just like, I was being kind to Solus. Like, okay, tell me more about your spirits. Tell me more about your this and that. And then before I knew it, his romance scene came up right before Sarah's did. And I was just like, uh-oh, I did not mean to do this. So I went for one elf, got another one. Um, that was my accidental going through was Dragon Age Inquisition.
An accidental Llewellyn. Oh my. Solavelin.
That's so
Accidental
impressive
Solavelin.
because of how he's like very picky. You can only be a female elf. It's like such a specific accidental romance. He's like, oh my god, you've been nice to me. I love you.
I wanted that challenge. I was like, let's go. I know Sarah couldn't stand elves, so I was like, let's try that. I like the to phrase it to make my playthroughs a little difficult in those type of ways. I'm not going to go like evil or anything like that.
I have not romanced Solus yet. I think it would have to be like a third or fourth, like a fourth or fifth playthrough for me to romance him. He's on the eventual list. I'll get to him eventually. If you promise to start a male playthrough and romance Anders, then I'll go romance Solus tomorrow.
Can I play Dragon Age 2 on my PS5?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's what I thought. I was like, I didn't think I could. I don't think I can
Inquisition's
play
the only
Dragon Age
one you can
Origins
play.
or
Yeah, I think it was PlayStation 3, Dragon Age 2.
I wouldn't make you romance Iron Bull, though. That's just not you at all, no matter what. All right, welcome in, Bat Knight. Unmute, say hello. Let's make sure everything's working.
Hello there.
All right, we're good to go. And if you are also ready, it would be your turn for accidental romance. Who did you accidentally
The only one that,
encounter?
the only one I can think of off the top of my head is the first time. I mean, I streamed for my Renegade run. I did the Paragade romance with Jack, but the first time I attempted, I can't remember the conversation exactly, but I remember what we were talking about was getting her heated, and I thought I was pissing her off. So I figured I'd back off a little bit, and I clicked the conversation link that said something to the tune of, it was something along the lines of all it said in the description was like no strings or no pressure. I thought that's what I was doing, was trying to back off. And instead she's like, well, if you're not effing interested. And I'm like, wait, whoa, that wasn't what I meant. It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, so that's an accidental romance went wrong, not an accidental romance went right.
Oh, I did it wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I just hadn't even thought about it that way. Because I have stories like that too, where accidental romance went wrong, or romance went accidentally wrong. Do you have one romance that you weren't expecting to happen, one that you weren't going for, a scene that was sprung on you and you had no idea was coming?
The closest to anything like that that I can think of, that it's not a full blown romance, but the Kira Metz romance in Witcher 3. And the only reason I'm bringing up this story is because I think it's adorable. I don't even know if this technically qualifies, but I was playing Witcher 3 for the first time, had no idea what was happening. I was just, I was picking flirty options because most of my conversation tends to be of a flirty nature. So I was just saying what I thought I should say in that situation. And next thing I know, they're doing the little, the date night with the picnic and all that jazz. And I knew of this game by reputation, so I had an idea of what was fixing to happen. But my daughter, who was like, I want to say like 4 at the time, happened to walk in and she was watching Daddy hunt the monsters. Well, then Kira and Geralt start to do like the slow pull in, and she hops up on her own and starts to leave the room. And I go, where are you going, kiddo? And I'll never forget this as long as I live. She looked me in the eye and she goes, Daddy, they're about to kiss. And I went, yep, that's exactly what they're doing. That's all they're doing. And yeah, you should walk away for that.
Yeah.
So as far as it didn't go the way I expected, that.
Kira's one of those ones that if you're not paying attention to the gift she is offering at the end of the mission can definitely be an accidental romance. Okay. Hmm. V, what about you? I mean, I know the first time that it happened to you. You've ranted about this man several times.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk about my accidental blackwalling, but like I do have like so I guess I don't have one where I accidentally romance someone and then just went with it because I am too attached to the characters that I romance. Even with multiple playthroughs, I have never ever no, only one time have I romanced someone else. I always romance the same person, even in multiple playthroughs, except for Thane and Garrus. That's the only time I've ever done something different because Thane is just perfection. But yeah, I don't have one that I just kept it, but my accidental one, I have one that I know you're gonna say, Jen. I was gonna say that one too, but then we messaged about it and I was like, I need to pick a different one. And so happens I have another one from Baldur's Gate 3. I accidentally was too nice. I think it's not Gale, it was Will. I was too nice to Will. And this was early days, so I'm not sure if he suffered from the same glitch that Gale did, where he would just automatically like in a romance with Gale from the get-go. But I was just nice to him and I didn't think we were flirting because none of his nice options felt like flirting to me in the way it did with the other characters. And then one night on a long rest, this dude's just doing a little dancey dance around the campfire and wants me to join him. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I like looked it up because I don't do this for a living for nothing. Like I knew it was a romance scene right away. So I was like, I Googled this and I'm like, it was saying you have to let him down because it's kind of like his lock in almost, you know? And so I did. And that man looked like I had killed a puppy in front of him. That was the worst. Like I felt like a horrible person. Like, what should I have been a dick to him this whole time? I don't understand. Like, this sucked. So then I just didn't take Will anywhere in my first playthrough after that because I just didn't want that to happen again because Astarion and me were on thin ice at that point. And yeah, it kind of sucked. I hope they fixed that. I would like to have friendly responses and dialogue options in games not be the only options when you're flirting. Like there needs to be this is why I liked Dragon Age 2 where you had like the very obvious emotions or Mass Effect Andromeda. And then the romance option is a heart. Like, you know, you're choosing the romance option. I think that should be honestly a standard for dialogue wheel games because it just leaves no room for this.
Is it going to be like that in Veilguard, or do we know?
Yeah, I think everything I've seen, it looks like they got the same type of thing going on, which I love. I love that. I love knowing that I am choosing with intention the romance flirty option or like the friend sarcasm, Purple Hawk Forever, you know, that kind of thing. I like that because, you know, for me, when I accidentally romanced Blackwall, my dumbass didn't have another save. So I had to go 16 hours back to avoid that bitch. So I love knowing what I'm getting myself into. I'll never live that one down. That sucked.
So I also want to put in here, I was talking to my husband about the Patreon topic tonight, and he's like, oh, yeah, an accidental romance? Who knew talking to a bro on the balustrade would get me into a romance? And I was like, oh my God, you accidentally romanced Blackwall. And he's like, yeah, so I broke up with him the first second that I could, and then I sent his ass off to be a Grey Warden for flirting with me. And I was like, oh my God.
Aw, same. So like the thing is though, the reason I had to reload my save is because even if I broke up with him immediately, that locked me out of Solus's romance. I didn't get my Haven kiss scene anymore. So yeah, that's the tricky part with these like ones where you're not sure which ones. And that's the part I don't like either. Those games where it's the approval is just what ties you to romance. I don't know. We're going to talk more about this next weekend, I'm sure. I'll save it for then.
So my accidental romance is also Baldur's Gate 3 related. Because the other ones I've previously talked about, I didn't know with Shaira, the consort in Mass Effect 1, saying anything else meant, is there anything else you're willing to give me? And like, that one just completely caught me off guard. And then there was somebody else that I got that I wasn't expecting, but now I don't remember. Because I've had Shadowheart on my mind the whole day about who I'm going to be talking about tonight. My first BG3 run, I did it completely blind. I made no save scums whatsoever. My decision and my dice rolls were final. I didn't know that at your Act 1 romance scene, if you flirt with everybody in your camp, there's a hierarchy. My hierarchy picked Shadowheart, is the one that I am going to spend the night with. And so we went off to go share our little bottle of wine, and then I turned her ass down. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that this is where it was going to. And then the rest of the night you sleep, you don't get to talk to any of your other party members, and I woke up single. I continued to play the next 150 hours trying to get Astarion to date me, but since I missed out on his Act 1 scene, he didn't pick up the hints in Act 2. Will fucked me over on my Act 2 scene because I was completely geared up for an Act 2 scene with Astarion. I was even down into my underwear to make the scene even a little bit hotter, and then Will decides that he wants to take a fucking dance. I have screenshots of me dancing around a fire in my underwear. My Tav, not actual. Jen, get that picture out of your mind. Or leave it there, V. It's okay. And then Act 3 with Astarion didn't happen because we weren't in a romance at that point. So I was very, very disappointed that Shadowheart cock blocked me. I was sad. Clam jammer! She was a clam jammer!
Was that in our first episode? It was so long ago.
The clam jammer? Yes. Yes. First, it was within the first 3 because it was
definitely
Joker.
Mass Effect 1. Yeah.
Yeah. We were making a joke about Joker being a clam jammer.
Taco turn off.
Taco turn off. Oh, okay. All right. And I think on that note, we'll head into a mid-break. Mid-break dance. Ooh, I've got clam jammer in my head now. I don't know what type of dance that would look like. Is the crab dance? Like the little do.
Like Zoidberg.
Yes, that's exactly who I was picturing in my head. Zoidberg. Okay, so we are dancing like Zoidberg and shouting out our amazing, awesome fucking patrons. Also, our amazing fans. We got a lovely, lovely email from a fan talking about their Mass Effect romances and how much they love the pod. I absolutely adored reading it. I swear I will respond. But it was just a long email, and today was a very busy day at work. I have not had time to fully decompress and fully process everything there. Or if V also wants to respond. That was a very lovely email. Thank you. If you would like to email us, email is pretty damn simple. 2girls1ship@gmail.com. All words spelled out. TWOGIRLSONESHIP@gmail.com. Exactly how you would think it was spelled. Oh, that was a lot. We do have a new patron to shout out. I just remembered that came through, but I don't have the name pulled up. Come on. Do what you're supposed to do.
Mega Titan. I have it in our email. A new patron, Mega Titan. That's what I see in our emails.
Perfect. That's amazing. Oh, Remy, that's you. Thank you. Remy's also here in our Twitch chats, which you can see every week, except for next week, live at twitch.tv/2girls1chip. All one word, all spelled out, exactly as it sounds. Yeah. Do we have any new reviews to read out? I feel like there might be one of those as well. But yeah, I can't see. Oh, nope, that was for Cyberpunk. Okay. All right. Well, we also have to thank our lovely, amazing patrons. Special shout outs, big love, major hearts, all the things to Toasty and Apollo, Becky and Daddy Bat Night, Stone Miss Theos, Muffiny Cake, Win, Evie from HR, and Magister Davida. Big hearts. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for being flexible this month. Because we have reached new heights and we're going to PAX next week. So, no one caught the reach and flexibility bit? No? Okay, that was too subtle.
Oh, I got it. Because trust
I
me,
got it, V. I swear, I'm just juggling.
a lot of my email sign-offs are my time is very flexible, so please reach out to when you're available. So I put reach and flexibility in all my emails. All right. I think that is everything for the middle of the show. Are we ready to get back into it? All right, let's get back into it. Now, thinking about this, accidental romances, and my example with I was trying to romance Astarion but ended up with Shadowheart. Let's go with I was trying to romance this person but accidentally got somebody else. Do you guys have any of those situations? Or is that kind of too much of a similar line?
I did that once. So
Go for it.
In Andromeda, I was going to romance Cora, but then I just kept talking to PB, and then all of a sudden we slept together. And so I was like, well, all right. I mean, I was flirting with her too, but I thought that I would not take it all the way, but apparently I did. And then she was just like, it's cool. We don't have to tell anybody. I was like, nah, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to go sleeping around my ship. So I just stayed with PB.
All right. That makes sense.
Sorry in advance that we can't be friends anymore, Apollo.
I mean, I wasn't trying to. We just ended up sleeping together. It happens. I mean, we're on a ship. It happens. In space. Just kind of happened.
Ship happens.
Ship happens. Anybody else? I was trying to romance blank, but accidentally ended up with blank.
Yeah. Well, technically, the first one that I mentioned previously was that situation was going for Eggie. But another situation that occurred was where I was Mass Effect 3. I was romancing Liara all the way through. But then I accidentally or coincidentally fell into a shower with Trainer. And that next morning, walking past Liara's little desk section was scathing. She, I knew what you did with Trainer. I'm not happy about it. We're breaking up. Get out. I was just like, I paraphrase it, but basically she said something along those lines. I was like, oh my God, I didn't mean to resave. I was like, no, Liara, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that to you. So that was definitely unintentional going that direction, and then having the consequences of my actions presented to me right that next scene.
Oh no, the consequences of my own actions.
Well, that's what Cora did. I went back and talked to her after I slept with PB and tried to like continue the romance, and she was just like, "PB, really? No, we're done." Like, great.
Dude, that's probably like extra insulting for Cora because she has like hero worship of Asari, and then you left her for an Asari, like a really not good one. So she's like, "What the fuck? Okay, fine, bye."
That's pretty much, yeah.
What was yours, Jen?
Well, I mean, I was trying to romance Astarion and ended up sleeping with Shadowheart instead, or getting roped in with Shadowheart. But I'm trying to think if there was any other ones like that happened. I wasn't expecting the confrontation scene between Caden and Liara in Mass Effect 1. Like, I was trying to romance Caden, but then, or no, I was trying to romance Liara, and Caden was just like, I thought you were flirting with me too, man. Oh, whoops, sorry. What else? What other video games have I accidentally slept with somebody?
I did do that. Well, I didn't do that, but I was when I first played Dragon Age Inquisition. I was trying to romance Dorian for a split second in the very beginning because he could flirt with him so much, and I just love Dorian so much. But it became very evident to me that he was a gay man and I was a girl elf, a Dalish elf. So I romanced Solus, but I mean, it's not like Solus is second best. I love Solus, but there was a time where I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna romance him, hot mage," and then I got bald mage. So, oh well. But Dorian's my bestie every playthrough, so it's not like a loss.
Mm. There were definitely some Witcher 1 women I wasn't expecting to be romance options and then accidentally fell into bed with them.
Like
Uh,
vampires.
yeah, but those are more for like, I wasn't, I was trying to romance Triss and ended up sleeping with 20 other women. Oops.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. You get
Yeah.
cards.
Yep, I collected all my trading cards for damn sure. But I can't think of any other ones. I'm like quickly trying to run through all the video games with romance in them. I was trying to romance. Yeah, I was trying to romance Astarion and ended up with Shadowheart, and then Will, and then no one. Well, and then Halson. I ended the game with Halson. Um, I also would like to say that a lot of people complained about that in Baldur's Gate 3, and that has now been patched and fixed. What will happen is you can flirt with your entire camp. You can agree to have sex with everybody in your entire camp. And then when you finally go to bed, it asks you, do you want to spend the night with Astarion, Gale, Will, Lizelle, anybody? And then you pick your dialogue option of who you're actually going to spend the night with, which I appreciate. I really could have used that right at the beginning. That would have been nice.
I feel like this patron topic won't be a thing like a couple years from now because they keep making it easier for you to not make mistakes with your romances.
Yeah. Oh, I can talk about one evil thing that happened with my Will romance since you reminded me of that and since Winifred popped up into chat. Um, 100% her fault. I was showing romance scenes over Discord, and we were just sitting there chatting, and this was a throwaway save file. I knew it wasn't I was going to save over it again and not keep it as an actual playthrough. Um but in Will's final culmination scene, you go to an oak tree and he basically proposes to you, saying that he wants to spend the rest of his life with you and presents you with this acorn. It's a really sweet romantic scene. And then once you accept, he picks you up off your feet and tumbles you to the ground and says, "Now I truly get to unsheath my dagger." Um, Great scene. I loved it. A lot of fun. But we decided to mess around and find out. You can break up with Will in that scene. He pours his heart out to you, confesses his undying love, and asks you to be his eternally. And you say this was all a big mistake and walk away. That face was the saddest, most puppy dog. Like, I didn't know lips could fall that far down and eyes be so shattered. That one broke my heart. And I will never, ever, ever forget the way that that man looked at me when I stepped on his heart and shattered it to a million pieces.
You pulled a Frozen. Oh, Anna, if only someone can love you. Walk away.
No,
Hard.
I am not Hans. Oh no.
You're Hans of the Southern Isles now. Oh.
No. Oh. It's Wesselton. God. That is truly evil. And I think that's one of the most evil backstabby things I've ever done to a lover in a romance for a romance option in a video game. Evil backstabby things. Oh. Yeah. What else is there to talk about, V? Or should we wrap it up here? Or Bat Knight, did you have something else that you wanted to throw in there? Another weird romance?
I'm sorry, I missed when you flipped it. I didn't hear what it was you were asking. I asked in chat. I was like, I didn't catch what she was asking. I'm sorry. And I never got the answer.
That's why I repeated the question. I was intending to romance blank, but ended up with blank.
Other than the number of I still have not done as many times as I've played through the Mass Effect trilogy. I have still yet to do an Ashley romance.
Oh.
It's really, really tricky because I mean I've heard it said in both this one and the Mass Effect lorecast that it's very easy to romance Liara. And so I keep wanting to do the Ashley romance, not necessarily because I'm honestly all that drawn to the character, but because I just want to do different things. That's the whole point of multiple playthroughs of Mass Effect. And yet I have still yet to accomplish a romance with Ashley. The closest I've ever gotten was when one playthrough, I jumped straight to 2 and I went through the comic that came with it. And so I could make all the choices that way. And so I just put that I was with Ashley in that one. But then I think I ended up, by the time 3 rolled around, I ended up involved with somebody else. So I've still yet to see how that relationship plays out.
The Ashley romance in Mass Effect 3 is interesting. I think that they didn't put enough time into it. I think that she deserved a lot better than what she got. They make her out as a little bit of a drunkard, and I'm not appreciative of that. Almost all of her good interactions with Shepard involve alcohol, and except for one, where she's finally opening up about like survivor's guilt and looking at the pictures on the wall in the cargo area. Other than that, they leave it really fun, flirty, and casual between the two of them, I feel like it should have been a lot more because this is Ashley. She's been with you since the beginning. Unless she's dead. But that's not what would happen in a playthrough where you're trying to romance her. Yeah.
I thought you can romance her and then let her die, or does the romance happen after that?
The actual culmination scene happens after Vermeer. So you can romance her up until that point, and then you're locked out of Liara as well if you do it that way.
Honorable mention, I accidentally, even though I heard it's pretty hard to do, but I did accidentally game Jade Empire of BioWare's right after, I believe, Dragon Age, or before Dragon Age Origins. There's two, if you're playing the guy role, the guy gender, male gender, whatever, character, you can get with one of the two female companions or women companions, and you can either go with one or the other, but somehow, some way, you can also finagle getting with both of them, and ended up happening for me. And I was just like, I was like 12 at that time. Like, what in the world? So that, I was like, what, BioWare? What are you doing?
Wait,
but
there's a BioWare game that has a threesome in it that works?
technically, yeah. Jade Empire, their attempt to get a little woo-ya action going on in there.
It is on the list. It's just also so old, so I haven't prioritized it.
Yeah.
Back to that good old non-speaking character. Fun times.
Silent protests are so hard for podcast format, but I see their value. Okay, all right. I think we've definitely shared a lot tonight, and I think it's time to start wrapping it up. Let's go with Apollo. What cool things you got going on?
Nothing really. We got to see Maren Morris last week, so we're getting back into our concert season. But I am happy. I am repping the shirt, the U.S. Women's National Team won gold in the Olympics. Very happy about that. So that's the shirt.
Hell yeah. That's really awesome. I completely did not pay attention to the Olympics this year. My brain was in too many places to try and even focus on it. So, yeah.
I paid attention to articles about all the drama.
Yeah, I paid attention to some of the drama. Magister DeVita.
Hello. Thank you for having me once again. Actually just moved into a new residence this week. So got a new setup going. So hopefully I can start working on some projects or outside curricular things to do. But more on that probably next couple of months. But yeah, thank you again for having me, Master DeVita, on the Discord, both on Robots Radio 1 and Two Girls One Ship 1.
Awesome. And by the way, you sound amazing. So from an audio standpoint, you're on point tonight. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bat Night, what you got?
All right. Where to begin? I am still doing the streams. Twitch.tv/daddybatnight with an underscore. Playing 4 nights a week, Sunday through Wednesday, and I'm playing a different game all 4 of those days. Sunday night is still Marvel's Midnight Suns. Monday night, we finished the Telltale Batman series, and so I'm doing Injustice 2. Tuesday, I just started a new game, or at least new to me. I have never played the Borderlands franchise before. And so I started streaming those on what I'm jokingly referring to as Trigger Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I am stalling because there is a new game coming shortly that I will be streaming on Wednesday nights, but it hasn't come out yet. I also have still the YouTube channel and the Twitter account, same daddy_batnight. And then the reason I came in here late tonight is because we had our first EGBL match, the Extreme Ghostbusters League. We just started the season this week, and my team, the Para Rangers, drew the short straw because we ended up having to go against the defending champion from last season, Mass Hysteria. And we should probably feel bad because we lost, but I don't at all. I'm like, guys, we're a new team, and we just went toe-to-toe with the defending champs. We had them sweating. I don't care what you anyway, getting off topic. And then I also have managed to acquire a small little role, not on a Scyther audio drama, not a direct one, but Scyther also has what they call Scyther Fantasy Wrestling, which is a hybrid show that they do for wrestling matches. They do footage from like the video games and script it how they want it to go. And then for the promos, it's all voice acted by various people. And so I am currently the voice of CM Punk, The Miz, and Orange Cassidy.
That is a lot of stuff on your plate, and congratulations on all of those things. Streaming 4 nights a week takes a lot of dedication. Your work with the Ghostbusters League and everybody like that, and going with Scyther Audio and doing more voice acting. Congratulations and major props.
Plus, still full-time job and dad.
Yeah. Yep. We know that life. All right. And V and I are so very, very happy to announce that we are headed to 2 panels at PAX West this year. So that is next weekend, August 30th and 31st, both Friday night and Saturday night. We will be doing a panel at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are going to PAX, please come out and see us, come meet us, everything. We're so excited to see anybody there. This is a huge opportunity for us talking about video game romances to a crowd of developers and video game lovers. Very, very excited about that.
Gonna throw up. It's okay. Also, if you do find us, I have stickers.
Yay, we have stickers. I'm very, very excited about those. I haven't seen them yet, and I can't wait. I know what they're gonna look like, but I haven't actually.
Yeah.
I want to touch them.
They were mailed to my apartment. I need to save some though. I will send things. I want to send things to patrons because we don't have merch still. Someday, I swear.
We need to
You
send
have a
things to
good logo
patrons.
that you could put on a shirt.
We do.
You
We
really
need
do have a
somebody
good
to.
logo.
We need somebody to volunteer to be our merch coordinator. If that is something you are interested in, please email all business requests to 2girls1ship@gmail.com. And if you would like to volunteer as our merch coordinator, we will take a look at your resume. Okay, thanks.
We might have the ability to make t-shirts. I don't know, either Jessica or her sister has the ability to make t-shirts. We'll have to look into it.
Okay.
Because we made some before, but it's been a minute. But I forgot. I don't know if we have it. She has it, but I'll figure it out.
I appreciate. We'll talk about it offline. Also, I have one more request from our listeners before I do my actual plugs out for the night. Next month in September, we are returning to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. This year it'll be a little bit different. I am tag teaming up with Toasty from the Cyberpunk Lorecast, and Seven the Legend from the Mass Effect Lorecast, and Jennasis from 2 Girls, 1 Ship. The 3 of us are tagging up together to battle head to head against 3 of the Debate This Cast boys. Andrew Henderson has been on this show twice now. He was my temporary co-host for the Final Fantasy X episode, and he was also on our big end of the year Mega Spin FMK wheel. He was there for that night as well. So he is familiar to the show, the Debate This Cast. I've guested on their show twice now. We decided to do a big, massive podcast collaboration and do a Family Feud panel at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo this year. I'm super excited about it. I'm almost okay. It's like my excitement levels are pretty equal for PAX versus retro. It's going to be so much fun. But with a Family Feud style game or style panel, we need to poll the audience. That's what Steve Harvey does. Please, let's see. 100 people were surveyed, and they said, here we go. So there is a list of about 20 questions. Matt is one of the people from the Debate This Guy. He has decided he is going to be a solo party and is running it independently. He's the one collecting all the answers to the survey and will compile all the data and go from there. So we need you to answer the questions on this Google Doc. I will link this in the show notes, and I will be posting it to Twitter probably tomorrow. So that way it'll be out on Twitter, it'll be out on the Discords, it'll be out on this episode description. Please follow the link, fill out the Google Sheets, so that way we have a ton of different answers. I'm so excited for it. Okay. All right. V, is there anything else crazy you want to shout out before I get to actual plugs?
No, I'm going to fill out that Google Doc too, though. I want to be part of the answers.
Yay! Fun. I did it too. So, everybody can join in. All right. If you like what you are hearing, please be sure to leave a review on iTunes or a comment on Spotify and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. You can now find me on the Cyberpunk Lorecast with my co-host Toasty, where we explore the foundations of the past, the state of Night City today, and the news of the future for all things cyberpunk. And you can reach out to me in our Two Girls One Ship channel on the Robots Radio Discord. Come give us a follow on all the social medias and on patreon.com/2girls1ship. Our theme music was composed by the ever-talented Pipe Man Studios, and our artwork was designed by the esteemed Let's Not. Links are in the description.
I am also on the Robots Radio Discord, rarely, and on our own Two Girls One Ship Discord server where we nerd out on all our favorite CGI significant others. Be sure to check out our live streams on Twitch on Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. Pacific time is first because I'm Pacific time now. Anyway, so our podcast episodes release on Mondays because you need at least one good thing on a Monday.
So thanks for listening. And remember,
beauty is in the eye of the controller. Yay. I'm starting to get really nervous for next week. What?
Don't be nervous. I know that you're going to be nervous until you're actually up there, and then you're going to kill it.
What are we going to wear? I have a big present for you, by the way, Jen.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a surprise. Now you get to wonder what it is all week. You're not getting it till next week. You don't have to get me anything. But I wanted to get this for you, and it's great. Just wait. And all of our friends know what it is, too. It's amazing. I've kept a secret for so long.
Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. I am actually going to bring my cosplays. That's what I plan on wearing.
Okay. What are your cosplays? I only have a
Uh,
couple like on the short notice.
So I haven't fully announced this one yet because she's new. But I got the boots and now she is complete. Let's see. Let's see if anybody here tonight can guess her. It is a female character. Movie only. One of my all-time favorite movies ever.
It's not
The
Lydia
outfit,
Deetz, is it?
no. She wears gold pants and a white top. I don't, as soon as I give away more of these features, yes, Yuri. Yuri got it. The Fifth Element. I have a
Lilu?
Lilu. Yep.
Yay! Multipass. That's one of my favorite movies.
Multipass. Yes. Lilu Dallas. I have the wig, I have the top, I have the orange weird suspender thing, the gold pants, and then a pair of really cute boots and a wig. Um, it's amazing looking. And then Lulu from Final Fantasy X.
I was not
Badass
planning on
gothic babe.
cosplaying.
Huh?
Shoot. I was not planning on cosplaying. I don't think I'm gonna have time to whip something up because all I have are like Halloween costumes, which are cosplays, but it's like for my kids. So I have like Queen Aduna from Frozen lined up right now, you know.
Mm.
I don't know if I want to wear that to PAX West. So
Yeah.
My family and I were talking about what we wanted to do for Halloween this year because I tend to like to do like big cosplays, so it takes time. Uh, I made the vow that the next cosplay that I spend money on, the only hint it's a very, very obvious hint. I have his mask hanging over one of my shoulders. And I have done a version of this character before, hence why I have the mask, but I've never done the actual suit. And I'm actually starting to feel confident enough about the weight loss that I've done that I want to do an actual suit this time. And so the running gag was, well, I don't know what we can do family-wise if I'm running around in that suit. My youngest, I don't know if I should, if it's funny or if I should be worried, has started to really gravitate toward characters that, how do I put this delicately, like to blow things up. So my 6-year-old has declared that she's seen Daddy play the Borderlands games enough times. She wants to dress up as Tiny Tina.
That'd be fun.
And so the running gag was, okay, so I'll go, screw it, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I'll go as my Deadpool. My oldest will reprise Harley Quinn, but this time more of the villainous side because she did the version last time with the superhero girls, and she kept insisting her Harley is a good guy, and I'm like, well, no, we're wanting to do the wild side a little bit, and she's like, can I do the bad Harley? I'm like, if you want to. And so the running joke was, well, what are we gonna have mommy dress up as? And almost in unison, me and one of my daughters suggested that my wife do Martha Wayne's Joker from the Flashpoint comic. So, because that was something that my wife and I discussed doing long ago, but I didn't do Thomas Wayne Batman. I did the Affleck Batman, but I just figured I'd throw that out there since you're talking about costumes.
Yeah, no, I don't know enough about the comic books to know that there's like the whole Joker line where
Short.
that one was,
I'll do
I
it very
heard
short.
about it. No,
I'll
I
do it
know
very
that
short.
like yeah.
Yeah, in an alternate reality, it was Bruce that died instead of his parents, and both of them went separate ways. Thomas became a Batman with guns, and Martha went off the deep end and became that universe's Joker.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, my wife liked that comic.
Alternate realities are interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I get to meet Toasty face to face in September, so I'm super excited about that. And I haven't seen the Debate This Guys face to face since we first met at RetroCon 2 years ago. And now I've been on their show twice since then, so it'll be a nice little reunion. I'm sad that my V isn't a part of this one though.
I'm not. It's okay. I'll watch you from the audience. I mean, it's fun while I'm up there, but like I'm not great at speaking in front of a big audience. So I'll sit in the first row and stare at you longingly.
Aww. Good, you can keep
I'm
husband
excited
company.
about this survey.
Oh yeah, here
How
I
many
will.
questions are in it?
A lot. We put a bunch of questions on there, and then you can totally just hit you can type the word skip on any of them that you don't want to answer. I think I did that on like 2 of them because I was like, these are not games that I played. There we go. I just posted the link in the Twitch chat. So go ahead and you can start filling that out now. And again, it'll be on the episode description. We'll drop it on the Patreon episode description. I will direct message this to V right now so that way I don't forget. There we go. Yeah.
I do have to slip out a bit early. Got a work day on
Oh,
tomorrow,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Go
But
for it.
I wish you two both the best for tomorrow, for the next week. Break legs. You guys are working. You both been working very hard at this thing to get your foothold into this whole romance industry. So I know you guys will both rock it and knock it out the park. So, wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you. Aw.
I need luck for tomorrow too. It's a birthday party for a child, so
Oh.
it's a thing. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking with us.
Yep.
But yeah, we should probably call it a night here. So that way I can get to editing. So I have time off this weekend because next weekend's going to be very, very busy. Yee.
Busy?
All right.
What's that like?
Oh, I also have to take my car to the shop. Make sure that my tire's not going to fucking deflate on me.
It's the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Outback is still in the shop 3 weeks later. They
Oh,
still don't know
God.
what's wrong with it. So that's great for me. And last time we went to Seattle, your tire gave us problems. So we better not do that this time because
Well,
we're relying
it
on it.
did. When I went up for Ren Fair, the same tire. And so now, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be like a slow leak that when driven for longer periods of time than my normal range, that something happens to it. So I don't know if I want to just like preemptively get the tire replaced or if I want to just be like, whatever. I know that when I get up there, I'm going to have to put air in it. Because it's like,
You don't have one of those little like portable air things that you can carry with you in the car, plug into the cigarette lighter and pump it up in
well,
5 minutes?
I probably
Oh, I
could.
have one
Yeah.
of those if we want to bring it next weekend. Like
Okay,
Kyle-
we'll bring it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out too. I got to do a post game meeting with the team. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
go for it.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Time to go to bed. So, yep.
Yeah.
All right. Good night. Good
No
night,
longer summer.
everyone.
You got to get
Oh.
sleep.
And chat, we love you. Thanks for sticking out. Wes, what are you doing here? Oh my god. We're still live.
Shit. I was doing the Google Doc. I'm on the
yeah,
question, name a Pokemon you'd like to eat, and I'm considering my choices.
Right? There's some good questions on there. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited. And like Retro has been so nice to us. The fact that they're the reason that you and I got to meet in person for the first time. No, not a Pokemon Smash or Pass. It's like literally if you had to eat a
If you had to
Pokemon.
eat one.
Yeah, go fill out the survey. Have tons of fun with it. Yeah. I wonder how many responses. No, it's not quote eat. It's just like legitimately you're
Do you think
starving.
Do you think I get high if I ate Vileplume?
You know what's really funny?
Hmm.
I put Oddish.
That's hilarious.
Some of the questions were hard though. I had to really think about I skipped the one about Smash Brothers. And then there was one question about like name a video game character with facial hair, and I was like, I don't know. Who has prominent, recognizable facial hair? And then I was like, I went with
Mario?
Geralt. Yeah, Mario. I went with Geralt.
Ganondorf?
Blackwall.
Blackwall for sure. Mm,
Magikarp would have been a better answer because that's a
Magikarp.
fish. I went with
Yeah, but
Oddish.
he looks like a bottom feeder. That baby tastes like shit. I put Krabby.
Nice.
Yeah, garlic butter. Krabby's gonna taste nice.
Hell yeah. What about Kingler? Kingler's even better.
Yeah, I know. I just am too poor for Kinglers. You know that would be the
Miltank.
highbrow
Oh
shit.
no. That's the cow. Remy said the cow. Oddish is just the first one that popped into my head, and I don't know why.
I'm on the favorite catchphrase from a video game one. I'm trying to think.
Ooh.
I wish I could type out for Link.
That one came to mind pretty quickly. What, you want to know what I put?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
Scratch one.
Oh, duh. I was trying to think. I'm like, what are those little sayings that they say? I haven't played the first Mass Effect or the second one or the third one since Legendary Edition came out. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Dragon Age Inquisition lately.
Yeah.
Playing Baldur's Gate while my war table operations are going because I'm a lame ass console player without a instantaneous finish mod for war table operations. So, oh well. Sometimes I have to wait hours and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go finish my Dirge playthrough finally.
Yeah. Don't post your answers. That one, I think V and I chatting about this, just being funny about it, is fine, but we are keeping it legit. Like Matt's not going to share any of the answers. We're not even going to know the list of questions that he's going to pick out of there. So we can only prep so much. Because I was like, no, guys, I'm competitive as fuck. And I find out that y'all cheated and collaborated together, I'm going to be pissed. But they're all good guys. I like them. I want all the things to happen right now. And I want to know what you got me.
The best part about this gift is it's really big and I'm not the only one who got it. I was just the one with the idea and who like actually ordered it, but we all came together.
Did you get that samurai jacket?
No.
Okay. That was really fast on the no. And now your face is turning red.
No, it's not.
Did you guys did you get the fucking samurai jacket?
No. Dude, your camera blurred on you. Did you leave?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm on the question, name a color of Yoshi, and I'm just now finding out that Yoshi can come in other colors besides green.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Mario Kart, I thought that was just
Ew.
for fun.
Yoshi comes in different colors.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if he eats like a fire plant, then he turns red or stuff like that. Nice, Remy. That's cool. I was thinking about getting an edge runner symbol, but then again, V and I decided that we're getting. Do you want? I want out. Oh, if there's
No,
tattoo
we
artist
still
at
need to do
PAX,
that. I'm
I know.
excited.
Gen plus V.
Oh, I was thinking about the elf fruit ones. What are we doing again?
Well, we could probably get the elf fruit one also, but the Johnny plus V in the
Oh
little heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cute. We should just make that a sticker. Like someone needs to draw that out so we can have it as
It
merch too.
I have it. I got it. I got it as a matching temporary tattoo for me and Toasty. But quit
No, I mean we
buttering.
need to make the Gen plus V design
Oh,
as a
okay.
sticker. Although that is super, super cute.
Yeah, I freaking love this creator. I found them on Etsy. And oh yeah, Claudia could totally draw that up for us in like 2 seconds. Um so this buyer, I can't find their shop name right now, but I put on the little notes. I was like, "Buy Pride, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and Cyberpunk fan that lives in Portland. Are we the same person?" And then they responded back, "We might be the same person. Do you have a wife? If not, we're two people." I'm like, okay, interesting response to that one. But I loved their shop. Also, I bought the Bifangs. They
That's
should get
so
here in a few
cute.
days. And then
I can't wait to see what kinds of things are. I
the
love
one
that
that
so
like
much.
this, I got an Astarian one.
Oh, I can't wait to see what's gonna be on the vendors next weekend. That's what I'm really excited for. Shopping
Have you
and
seen
seeing
Buybat?
stuff. Huh? Yeah. I know I don't think I've seen Buybat. I've heard you talk about Buybat. Buybat's so cute.
Gosh.
Love it. I have actually it's on my it's I had to look at my laptop because I have a little black cat silhouette holding a buy flag in its mouth
Oh,
sticker. It's super cute. Meow meow. I have my little cat in my
meow.
lap. Okay, it's bedtime. I gotta get
Okay.
up early and do a bunch of shit tomorrow.
Okay.
At least for the
All right.
first half of the day.
Yes, and I'm gonna get to editing, and so that way you can have it as early as possible. Okay. Okay,
You
I
don't need
love
to worry.
you.
I won't be
All right.
available till after 2 p.m. So take your time.
All right. Night chat.